EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Jets coming up next.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And what a great game that was to watch last week, because he put on a show in the wild card round with 5 touchdown passes. So if you ever want to see what a hot quarterback looks like, watch that tape. Let's see if that same hot quarterback shows up in this one.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw, Pickett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. This is fielded at the 27. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by a 1st-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a 1st-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, they're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. Third and long after the sack. They'll set up to throw. And this one is incomplete. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He'll look to set up his blockers. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over first and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. On play action, Fields. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Play action. It's Fields. Looking left side, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Fields. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides played at optimum level.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it first and 10. First and 10, here's Pickett. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. On second down, this is Harris. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And the Jets will take over. New York's offense back out there and set to go. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a three-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. But he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. A sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense, they need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Draw play, Elliott. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Fields now to throw. He finds Wilson.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Now Fields. Going right back to Wilson.
Touchdown!
Garrett Wilson.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0. That time a 6-play drive.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
And now out come the Steelers.
They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 21.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that, a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Chase Young.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st down, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Throwing again is Fields. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 78 yards for him on the ground so far. A great start to this divisional round contest.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Buying time to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Got a man here, it's Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jets go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Pickett back to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down. To the air on first down with Pickett. Here's Freiermuth again. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Pickett right back to the air again. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. That's swung out wide to Harris. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Pickett. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Pickett now from the gun here. They'll roll it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blow is going to get bigger and bigger before the final game. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Fields on first down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. To throw again on second down. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They talked the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Inside give to Elliott.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his pick catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Pickett toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is taken at the 18. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Fields now to throw. Throw right side, Wilson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third and a few inches.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson.
Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson
saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Jets have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
So not only is that his third touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out and soon.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it is 42-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Pickett now on 1st down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Looking to throw, Pickett.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. That quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here's Fields.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Fields.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Fields throwing again.
Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets are pouring it on. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. this could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half. McPherson on for the point after.
And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
On 1st down, Fields.
They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now it's Fields.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Fields. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This one taken in by Olave.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it's the Baltimore Ravens who will continue on as they were able to eliminate the Cleveland Browns. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts. As you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Fields got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Got an open man. It's Olave. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Back to throw. Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 17-yard line. Harris will start the drive out. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Pickett. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Pickett will look to throw it here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 22. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over this offense, and Garrett Wilson headed back out.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
Shifts past him at the 45. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
Oh, an absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space now. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Now a first down carry for Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10, here's Pickett.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's Pickett.
He gets it complete to Harris.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Now Pickett.
Going up top. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 43 yards. And the Steelers are able to claw one back. Extra point put through by Boswell. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. But once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
On second down, here's Fields.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
To the air on first down with Pickett.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Pickett back to throw.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Fields now to throw.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. Fights through, and now a crease. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
128 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw is Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he's going to have the Jets 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Fields on first down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
They'll run again with Harris. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 23. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground to go. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Draw play, Elliott. And some space here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Inside give to Elliott. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Fields taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jets are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Fire, beware. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. That is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Fielded at the 33. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And the Jets set to take the field. And they have made this look easy. Now, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantages and all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down following a gain of 3. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Another run here with Dobbins. And a short gain down to about the 33. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times